Well, MessengerBank is really simple. It's a one-stop shop. We have a crypto exchange. You can pair your crypto with any currency. You can get your debit card on a prepaid platform. We do your KYC, your AML. Everything is done. You can go and get your mortgage on your house. You can go and borrow money against the cryptocurrencies, because if you read the news, cryptocurrencies are like basically gone right now. Yeah? They are way, way down, so why sell them? Borrow some cash against them, go on a little bit. But what we really did, what's really the difference between MessengerBank and another 100 remitting companies in crypto that is just bullshit. They don't have the experience, they're too young, they don't know what they're doing. The deal we made with the big retailers in the United States, to have our products on the shelf in 180,000 shops, to have the Visa MasterCard that you can spend and use in 44 million shops around the world, and you have it available in every ATM machine that exists. These other little guys from the cryptocurrency remitting companies, they try to build some 5 Bitcoin ATM machines and put them up in a cafeteria. It's all bullshit. You know, they go and raise $30 million on a white paper and they run away with the money. We did it all ourselves. We pay for everything ourselves. Now we're selling the 50 states in the United States to collect 28 million. We're actually collecting money now. But why? That's because we want to make MessengerBank into a household name. If we put on every Greyhound and substation and train station and wherever immigrants and students they walk around, if we put advertisement there in 2019, 2020 for $20 million, we will be a household name. And that's what it takes. It takes all these places to go and load your card, and it goes, we have to bring the message out to people.
So what's the value prop for the merchants? How did you get merchants adopt? Is the merchant fee less? Is it just you're opening up a smaller...
Let me explain that.
Yeah.
Somebody goes into 7-Eleven and he buys a $3,000 load card. Right? 7-Eleven charges me $4.95.
Yep.
He pays it. He pays the $4.95, but we refund him in the end of the month. So 7-Eleven and Walmarts and all these guys, they're very happy with this business because they get a lot of immigrants. They have them anyway. Yes? So for them it's easy. For us it's really great because we don't have to build bank branches and have employees and pay rent. So that's a win-win.
So that's your adoption strategy, is you're going through point of sale retail in the convenience store market. That's where you've penetrated, and you're competing for the slot space of other prepaid cards, but your value prop is your...
The other prepaid cards are not on blockchain. They don't have an exchange. They cannot pair different currencies. We do cross-border settlements in everywhere in the world. Right now, if you open a MessengerBank wallet, and I have my wallet here, I know the president of Lebanon, you've just seen it, so I can actually send you $400 million in 2 seconds. The Federal Reserve, the national banks or whatever, nobody can stop that transaction, and everything we do is 100% legal. The prepaid platform, the prepaid Visa card, is a simple prepaid platform with a PIN number. So that's simple. There's no registration there. Mm-hmm. Yes. Our company is registered in Wyoming. Perfect place for cryptocurrency. No problem there. So in America, we're really set, and we're really ready to become a household name, and we are really ready to take the fight with Chase and Bank of America and these guys, because they cannot compete with us. We can do the same.
So what happens when one of them comes to acquire you?
That happened last time. Last time they paid me $863 million. If they come with 150 billion this time, I might consider I'm getting old, right?
Everybody gets a price.
But it won't happen. It won't happen. I won't sell. This time I'm not doing it for money. That's the difference. Yeah. This time I'm doing it to get this system out. MessengerBank has to be owned by all the token holders. I want MessengerBank to belong to the people.
So will there be a play to tokenize the bank at some point to the, like a credit union, but on blockchain basically?
You got it. That's what we are doing now. Actually, we are acquiring in Malta a community bank together with Binance, right? And we're just going to decentralize it and throw the key in the sea and forget about it and walk away.
So, any questions? We got to wrap up for this. Any questions? Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So, a question for you all, and it's about the constitution we see here. We have the president of Liberland here, and we have a representative of a bank here. So, Liberland is for me money or freedom. And I come from a viewpoint that I say religions or something like that, and I said I will unbank, or I will bank the unbanked with a third-party company, which is doing KYC. It's an auctionist, because many people out there in their hearts haven't got any KYC, haven't got any photo to give a proof of where they live or something like this. And I ask myself if there is something like Virex out there with debit cards of the same system that they are out now. It would make sense to have another bank there. In the space when we talk about cryptos. Cryptos were meant to be a bank by yourself, not by a third company choosing which account is closer to the.
So the question,
Can I answer that?
Yeah,
because it's really easy.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. MessengerBank, we bridge the gap between crypto and fiat, right? So in 5 years' time from now, the MessengerBank, the last 4 letters of that company is going to be thrown in the garbage. It's just a messenger. But right now, we need to do KYC, we need to do all these things because that's what the requirements are. We don't want to be shut down by the SEC or whatever. So what I'm doing is 100% a target. And we can actually do KYC on a guy in Cameroon without a passport. Because we run him against 30 databases and we will find out who that guy is even if he has an expired driving license. So don't worry about that. We have the technology, we have the experience, we have done it for 18, 19 years. We know what to do. But if we don't follow the rules, we will be shut down. Trust me, because
so that goes into the adoption curve, right? So the adoption curve is you can't
bridging the gap.
You can't do everything you want to do, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're off focus. And I think that's the religious dogma that we have to always protect against. That's why I asked you about the selling question, because like we can start out with the best ambitions, but then someone comes in and and we forget what that was, and we take the offer or we make a decision, but. Adoption requires compromise to get to certain levels.
Look, if we don't
Amazon.
use Visa, MasterCard, we could have created our own ATM network, right?
Yeah.
Made all the APIs and have the card without Visa, MasterCard logo on it. Easy. But we won't sell it. People won't buy it. People are not that smart. I am very sorry. I'm one of them. I'm not that very smart either. So if we give them something they know, and we have our cards on the Google Play Station everywhere, it's simple. People already know it. They already know how to do a redeem code and scratch the card and everything else. We have to accommodate the unbanked. We have to accommodate the normal people. We don't have to use smart words as HODL and FOMO and all that bullshit. We have to speak to normal people. They are carpenters, they are cleaners, construction workers. We have to communicate with them on their level and find them where they are. We have to put advertisement on radio stations because they don't have time to watch television. Yes? We have to put advertisement on Greyhounds because that's how they travel. They don't fly business class like I do, right? So let's be realistic. We are the strongest and the best crypto bank project in the world, period. And why? Because we have an experience that nobody else has that experience. And you will see that the next 2 years, 3 years with a $250 billion market cap. So.
I fully agree with him on that. If you notice on our Sarah slide, we have a little debit card down there with a MasterCard logo. I had an in-depth conversation with David Bishop. He's on our team. He comes out of 26 years being the chief operating officer of Bandai Namco. Basically bringing these out into the family entertainment centers. You've got mom and pop organizations that don't care about crypto, don't understand crypto. So we figured stage one for them is to deal with them at their level. A debit card system with a MasterCard on there that we convert in the background. And effectively once we get them, sorry for the slang here, but addicted to the money that we bring into their establishment, then we can slowly migrate them strictly into pure crypto. Right. But right off the bat, you have to deal with them on their level, on their understanding of the common public out there. And the common public as a group is an idiot.
And just let me come with a little side remark on this. Before we did Club World Connect, before we did MessengerBank right now, right? In 1996-97 until 2007, we had a company in Vegas called Billing 24/7. We were the largest acquirer in the world, bigger than Wells Fargo. And we were shut down so hard you can't believe it. Why? Because we were a little bit more rebels and we didn't fucking follow the rules. So this time, we do it right. So, when you have made $4 billion a month on grey gaming, because it was not legalized, the 12th of August in 2007, game over. Yes? Sporting Bet PLC in England, he was arrested in precinct 16 in New York. I came with a check. A $2 billion check to get him home to England, prepaid tax. We had a poster right here in front of the Senate. It was 100 feet this way and 30 feet that way. Tax us. That's all we had. Billing 24/7. So we know what we're doing. We don't want to make mistakes. We want to do everything legal and we want to help the poor guy. And this time we don't sell it. I don't do this for money. I have so much money I can't count it. I am doing this to help 200 billion people getting to the next level of stability. That's my legacy. And that's why it can't be done.